Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my house. Something you should probably know about me is I love RPGs. And the main focus of this channel is probably going to be RPGs. And this is probably one of the first that I ever played. Didn't really play many on the NES, but the SNES RPGs, I went all in. You can just ignore this save file right here. That's nothing. Pay no attention to it. So let's just hop right in there. As soon as I figure out which... Oh, new game. Duh. What shall my name be? I think my name shall be... no. Gordy. Yeah, Gordy sounds like a good hero name. So, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest is kind of an odd game because it gets such a bad rap from people just because it was the made for Western audiences RPG. Like, it's a Japanese game, but they made it trying to appeal more to the Western audience, or at least what they thought Western audiences wanted. So a lot of RPG mechanics are kind of streamlined or just gone. It's gonna sink any moment. Gotta run. Oh, everything's shaking. Press the B button. Ah, it's actually an RPG with a jump button, which is something you don't see every day. Oh boy. Go. Let's see what this old man has to say. Oh, look over there. Focus Tower. An old prophecy says the Vile Four will steal the power and divide the world behind 4 doors. Sedans? Or is this like a truck? 4-door? Come on. It's funny. You can laugh. It's alright. At that time the night will appear. The prophecy has now come true. 4 monsters have locked the doors of the Focus Tower and escaped with the keys. They're draining the light from the 4 crystals of the earth and the world is in chaos. The people are in desperate need of help. Gordy, only you can save the crystals and the world. Good luck, Gordy. Me? Yes, you, Gordy. Only you could be the knight spoken of in the prophecy, because I say so. Uh-oh. Look out, a monster! You just go straight in your first battle. Yep. Don't have any items, don't have any spells. I could defend, but we're just gonna attack. Ooh. I missed. It's actually possible to lose this fight if you get unlucky and you just miss too many times. Really embarrassing when that happens. Hopefully that won't happen here. Yeah. Interesting thing about this, monsters have damage states. Usually 2, sometimes 3. It just kind of visually shows you how close they are to dying. My first battle is complete. I got 84 experience. Seems I was right. At last I found a true knight. But you said you were sure I was the one. Well, actually it was more of a guess. Oh well, signature shrug. Forget it. Just tell me where I can find the crystals. It's up to you to find them. Wow, that's a lot of help. Follow me to the level forest. Gee, I wonder what you're supposed to do in there. Gotta get out of here. Who is that guy anyway? Yeah, who is that guy? Okay, not shown is the fact that the main character's entire village just died. All of them. Everybody there. Friends, family, all gone, all dead. Doesn't seem too bothered. Well, there you are. What do you think I should do first? Save the Crystal of Earth. See ya. This guy's the worst advisor ever. So yeah. This is one of those RPGs where... Why doesn't all RPGs just let you see the monsters? Why does it have to be random? Why can't you just see the monsters? See what this old guy has to say. That boulder's blocking my way back to town. Would you shove it aside? Sure. Just let me jump over you really quick. Thank you! You wanna go talk to Callie? Show her this. Tree Wither! Cure potions! Yeah! You jump a lot in this game. And that opens up the first town. Yeah, as you can see. Let's open up. Oop, wrong button. Oh well. Save. I needed to save anyway. Customize. Indicate. Figure. Message speed. Fast! Control. Oh, can't get the control yet. So, if you come look up in this armor, see, this isn't your typical RPG equipment screen. And that's because this game doesn't run on typical RPG equipment system, because they're trying to make it more appealing to the Western market, yada yada. So you can't change your equipment, you just automatically use whatever the best thing is you're carrying. Kinda weird. I'm not gonna waste a cure potion, because I can just come in here. I'm Kaylee. There's a tree blocking the north exit of the level forest. I can chop the tree down, but monsters have taken over the forest, and I can't get to it. I can help you with that. Come on, let's go! Don't you dare take Kaylee anywhere dangerous. Listen, Mom. Hey, that tree wither looks awful. How much trees must be suffering? Okay, you win. Like, she was gonna come with me before I showed her the tree wither. Like, I didn't seem like I actually needed it. She was like, oh yeah, let's go. And then, oh, the tree wither, okay, you win. I was winning before. Our very first party member. One of the things they simplified, you only ever have 2 party members. You don't get more. You can only have one basically an NPC to follow you around. Wrong button again. There you go. Switched her from auto to manual. Hope nothing happens. Looking for Captain Mac. Cure potion. You can should be able to just sleep in the bed if you talk to her mother. Oh well. Maybe that's later. But there's an inn and I can sleep there. I wonder what these people say. A monster can drain energy from a person. I'm really just a child. Sure. So, another thing they did to try to simplify things is they made it so that party control is automatic by default. So they'll do their thing and you do yours. Of course, obviously I'm going to want to turn that off. Ooh, I found Cure. Most important spell ever. Guy sells things, I think. Kaylee can talk to the spirit. Tree spirit. Oh yeah. Can I sleep in this bed? I thought there was a bed you could sleep in. I'll just use my new spell. And there's another more appealing to Western markets attempt. The spells don't run on MP. Instead, you have a limited number of uses for each type of spell. As you can see in my spells, it says I can cast 2 white spells, 1 black spells, and no wizard spells. That will increase as I level up, but for now that's all I can do. Strange trees are growing in the level forest. The crystal earth is in the north, in the bone dungeon. Good old dungeon made entirely out of bones. That's a pretty tough act to follow. If you're tired, have a rest on the bed. I knew there was a bed. Yeah, so you resting is how you restore your number of magic casts. You can kind of see how they were kind of going for a more Dungeons and Dragons-esque system. Kind of like trying to shoehorn it into a more Japanese RPG. Let me cut this with my axe. We've got to reach the exit! Boy, do we. I like the music. The dial music in this game's pretty good, which is important because you're gonna be hearing it a lot. Kayleigh's a lot stronger than I am right now. She's level 3. The only reason I killed that guy in one shot is because he was hit. But yeah, Kayleigh can one-shot everything in here. I can't. So, as I was saying at the start, this game gets bad rap because it was labeled the Western. Oops, that's not what I want to do. The attempt to appeal to the Western market. So because of that, it just kind of gets dismissed. And it's not a real Final Fantasy game because it's just so casualized and it's trying to appeal to the West. And honestly, I feel a lot of people don't give it as much as a chance as it should because it's a fun game. Of course, this could just be nostalgia goggles talking. I'm not going to bother exploring this forest because everything in here is just brown chests. And how it works is brown chests have consumables. And sometimes you need consumables. Not right now. We'll just see if we can get through this forest without too much grinding. What I plan to do is see how many RPGs you can get through without grinding at all. Or maybe with a tiny little bit of grinding. So, no staying in one area and murdering thousands of enemies just to get a couple levels. Most people think, well, RPG, you just grind until you can kill the monsters, right? It's like, that's not really true. Yes, you can do that, but that's like the least fun way. Wanted to get to level 3 before I head up here. Use these cure potions. Okay, I'm just gonna walk up to this ominously glowing tree. And there was a boss inside. Of course. Surprise! Ooh. He poisoned me just as he did the trees. But she's fine. Let's go. It's a Minotaur. Let's mess him up. And she missed. Good job, Kayleigh. And I missed. Good job, me. Get your first taste of the boss music. Ba-da-da! It's just another one of those old NES, SNES games where the music is just stellar. Of course, it's a Final Fantasy game, so that's kind of expected. You go to a Final Fantasy game, you can expect some good music. Even if these days it tends to turn towards more the orchestral soundtracks. Kayleigh, what happened? As soon as I take the elixir, that's in the Sand Temple. I'll get it. Take this axe with you. Received axe. I'll be back. So how this game works is, you've got 3 types of weapons that you can switch between. You have the axe, the sword, and another item we're going to be getting later. The axe is important because it can chop down these little trees, which can sometimes let you just skip encounters and often used for puzzle solving. Ooh, bam! Free cure potions. Can't complain about that. Let's just keep moving on. Let's head up this battlefield. I'm going to be clearing all of these. Basically, it's 10 rounds of fighting random monsters. If you complete them all, you get a reward at the end. And some of those rewards are actually pretty important. I think there's some spells, some equipment, so yeah. Clearing those is pretty important. It's not really grinding, in my opinion. I will be getting some experience, but mostly I'll just be getting the rewards at the end. Empty! Ooh. What? Gotta love every time this music kicks in. Looking for some cure, kid? First of all, my name is Gordy, and I'm looking for elixir. I'll sell you some for, say, 9,000 GP. I wonder what happens if you come in with 9,000. Probably still just goes, whoa, that's way too much. Listen, kid, this stuff is precious, right? My monthly allowance is only 2 GP a month. 2 GP a month. And his allowance from his parents, who are dead, hasn't really sunk in yet. Poor kid. Then let's do it this way. I'm going to the Bone Dungeon to find treasure. You come with me and help. If I get the treasure, you get the elixir. Do I have any choice? When do we go? Unless the treasure is worth more than 9,000 GP, that's actually kind of a nice deal since I desperately need that elixir to save some of life. There's a battlefield nearby. Why don't you whack a few monsters there and maybe win something, kid? The name's Gordy! Tristram joined. Tristram uses ninja stars. He is a ninja. And an interesting thing is that his weapons have a limit. A limited number of uses. Now, time for me to go in here and mess up some monsters. I could probably fast forward this. I don't think you guys desperately need to see this. Other than some interesting facts like monsters have weaknesses to different types of weapons. Obviously these tree guys are weak against axes. I think the frogs, yeah, frogs are weak against ninja stars. Makes Tristram really convenient. Yeah, I'm gonna skip ahead to when this is over, because this is pretty much what you're gonna see for the next 5 minutes anyway. So I didn't get anything from that. Just experience, which isn't bad. And money, which is good. We're taking a look at Tristram's his equipment. And he's got this black robe and moon helm. And these shows you his defense power, which is way higher than mine. I have 6. He's got 13 on one piece of armor. It also shows you his immunity. That's what the symbol on the top left, those are his immunity. Well, his immunities and strength. Like, this makes him strong against fire. Fire attacks don't do much to him. I think that's instant death. So he's immune to instant death, which is really nice to start with. So yeah, I didn't get anything out of that. Ooh, what's that? He starts with the life spell, which will revive from KO, which is really nice. Wouldn't be saying that a lot. So this other battlefield, I'm pretty sure there's something in here. So we'll just have to go through this. It's got a completely different battlefield. A desert this time. Very nice. Oops, I changed him to auto. My goof. Might actually be better to just do an auto battle. Yeah. One thing that's nice is that whatever party member you're lugging around at the time usually is a good indication of what level you should probably be at when you get to the end of the dungeon that you're coming up on. Like we're coming up on the Bone Dungeon. By the end of that, I should probably be close to level 7. Should be either level 7 or level 6. I could probably get away with level 6. Oh, come on, man. I'm supposed to attack the trees. Alright. Finish the last one. Detonating Rose. If you don't get that, you will one day. Keep watching. It'll be a surprise. Cleaned them out. 1 charm there. See? Totally worth it. Because they want you to press start to bring up the menu. That kind of makes sense. But after decades of RPGs, I press either X or Y to try to bring it up, and that just brings up the save menu. That's the quick save button. Anyhow, let's go take a look at this. Gives me 1 defense. That's it. 1 defense. But it's 1 free defense. Like, I didn't lose anything doing that. It's not like I have to choose between equipping the 1 defense charm or the poison resistance charm. It's just a flat 1 defense bonus. Now I'm gonna rest up. It's time to tackle that bone dungeon everyone keeps talking about. Gonna see some skeletons, I'm guessing. Interesting fact is there are merchants in the game who sell consumables, but there's so many consumables just lying around everywhere. The only reason to buy them, the only reason you actually buy things, buy consumables from people, is because you end up with so much money by the end of the game, you're like, it's faster just to buy 99 potions than it is to go out and farm for them. Welcome to the Bone Dungeon! There are definitely piles of skeletons. Ooh, worms and lizards. Frogs, oh my. And I don't have to fight any of them. That's what you get for giving me a jump ability. Hup, 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 hup. Yeah, the most common kind of puzzle you find in this game is jump puzzles. They just spread a whole bunch of jumping platforms everywhere, and I'm like, okay, figure out which one is the right path. Ooh, what? The door shield's shut. The door shield's shut. Well, here goes. Watch this! Oh, awesome! Aren't these something? I'll sell you some cheap. How about 50 explosive for 30 GP? Okay. Literally can't go anywhere without these. Oh, that's right. There's 4 types of weapons. My mistake. I completely forgot that the bombs were their own weapon type. Now, bombs not only blow up rock walls. Second. Boom. Boom. There we go. They also blow up bones. Woohoo! Found a steel shield, boys. Now we're talking. Didn't have a shield before. That gives me 5, so now I'm up to 12 defense. Catching up to Tristram already. I now have almost the same amount of armor total as a single piece of his armor gives him. I have not picked up any immunities or resistances. But it's the side of the game. That'll change. Find my way through this dungeon. Bombs are really strong, but they have a weakness and a strength. Kind of a mixed bag. I'll show you what they do. They hit everyone, but the damage is reduced based on how many enemies hit. But they do have really high attack power to make up for it. So if you use it against one guy, it does tons of damage. If there's more than one guy, then the damage is kind of lower, but you're hitting everybody. So it's kind of a trade-off. But it'll also be really useful if you're in an area where even fighting 3 enemies, the bombs will still one-shot them. You can kill 3 enemies at once. Ooh, free ninja stars. Very nice. Don't want to run out. Why? I'm gonna stick with the axe for now. I think these worms are weak against the axe anyway. Yep. Weak against axe. One thing you'll probably notice as you follow me along, especially playing these text-heavy RPGs, I read really fast. Not so much out loud, but I can generally get the gist of everything that's popping up here. Like skeletons attacked with laughing skulls, I think it said. Hey, it was a especially long battle message. But yeah, I have pretty high words per minute reading speed. Kind of my my one real strength. I can just chew through huge amounts of text really fast and retain tons of that information. It's not speed reading. I'm not flipping through a book in like 10 minutes. But I can devour like a 300-400 page book in like a day. Like a 600 book in a day. A 600 page book in a day. Whereas the secret door over here. Or like a 300 page book would be like 2 or 3 hours worth of reading for me. There's also, when I sit down with a book, that's all I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day, and that kind of contributes to how fast it seems like I read, because when I sit down with a book, I'm not stopping until the book's done. I could have swore there was actually something in that. Did I miss something? Or maybe I'm thinking of a different zone. Ooh, as always with these kind of games, it's been a long time. Could have swore there was like a... did I actually check against these walls? Yeah, there's nothing. I'm just hallucinating. And it's just a... Yeah, you can just ignore me. Or maybe it was in here? No, I'm thinking of a different room. It's a similar room, I think. But yeah, I can read real fast. So sometimes it'll seem like I'm just skipping through dialogue, and I'm not necessarily reading every word. Oops. You didn't see anything. I'm not necessarily reading through every word, but I am getting the general gist of the whole thing. It's a really good thing he sold me those bombs, so I'd be stuck without them. Lizard, I think he's either paralyzed or poison. The frogs have poison, I think the lizards have paralyzed, which would be really bad. Trust me. Any kind of status effect is nasty, especially when they linger. Skeleton warriors. Not much of a threat at this point. I mean, he did confuse me, which could be bad. But this ain't that Lufia Game Boy Advance game where confused basically the worst thing in existence. Okay. So this box has seeds in it. This is important because this is one of the few places to get seeds for like the longest time. And seeds are a consumable that when you use them gives you your magic casts back. Looked like you could skip these fights, but nah. Nah, son. Gotta fight the skeleton. He's trying his best. He refuses to give up. I think you can skip the last skeleton, I believe. That's like one of the joys of playing this game is like, how can I skip this guy? If you jump and then move to the left, you can just skip that fight entirely. Oh shoot! No! Jump! No! Come on! Ah! Bummer. Yeah, these things slide you to the right and up, and not straight to the left like it looks like they're trying to do. And we gotta stop by this important room. You can always tell a good loot because it's in an actual chest. You learned the spell Quake. That's like when you're in a standard RPG, Quake is the kind of thing that you'd get 50 or 60 hours in. This game is like, no, here, Quake, first dungeon, first attack spell you learn. Well, to be fair, game's got a really messed up progression. Bomb open its mouth. We're almost at the end. In fact,